In the quiet hum of a rain-soaked evening in Port Harcourt, where the oil rigs glowed like distant fireflies against the darkening horizon, a young man named Kemi sat alone on his balcony, staring at the puddles forming on the street below. The air was thick with the scent of wet earth and distant thunder, but inside him, a storm raged fiercer than any weather could muster. This wasn't just any night. It was the night everything changed. Little did he know, a simple denial would unravel secrets buried deeper than the Niger Delta's oil wells, leading to a journey of heartbreak, redemption, and unexpected twists. Buckle up. This is the folktale of She Denied Me Sex, told in the spirit of ancient Nigerian lore but set in our modern world, where love, lust, and loyalty clash like rival masquerades at a festival. Hey folks, before we jump into this epic folktale that's got all the drama, suspense, emotion, and entertainment you could ask for, let's make this interactive. If you're loving these stories, smash that subscribe button right now. It keeps the tales coming your way. And drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? Is it the sunny beaches of California, the busy streets of London, or right here in Nigeria? Let's connect. Kemi was a hard-working engineer at one of Port Harcourt's bustling refineries. At 28, he had the kind of easy smile that turned heads, broad shoulders from years of field work, skin the color of rich cocoa, and eyes that sparkled with quiet ambition. He lived in a modest two-bedroom apartment in the GRA district where the elite rubbed shoulders with everyday folks like him. His life was steady, predictable, until he met Ada. Ada was a nurse at the local teaching hospital, 26 years old, with a laugh like a melody and curves that could make traffic stop on the Elime Road. Her name meant first daughter in Igbo, and she carried herself with the grace of someone who knew her worth. They met at a friend's wedding in the city center, where the jollof rice was spicy and the music thumped with Afrobeats. Kemi spotted her across the dance floor, her yellow dress hugging her figure as she swayed to the rhythm. "You're like a sunrise after a long night shift," he joked when he approached her. She rolled her eyes but smiled, and that was the hook. Their courtship was whirlwind. Dates at the Port Harcourt tourist beach, stolen kisses under the palm trees, and late-night calls whispering dreams. Kemi fell hard. Ada seemed to match his fire. But as months turned to a year, cracks appeared. Ada was traditional at heart, raised in a strict family from Enugu, who believed in no ring, no thing. Kemi respected that, or so he thought. One evening, after a romantic dinner of pounded yam and egusi soup at a cozy spot on Abba Road, they returned to his apartment. The rain started pattering against the windows, setting a moody backdrop. Kemi pulled her close, his hands wandering with intent. "Ada, my love," he murmured, "let's make this night ours." She pulled back gently but firmly. "Kemi, not yet. I'm not ready. We need to wait." Her voice was soft, but there was steel in it. Denied. The word hung in the air like smoke from a generator exhaust. Kemi nodded, masking his frustration with a smile, but inside, doubts crept in like shadows, lengthening at dusk. Was it really about tradition or something more? Little did he know, this denial was the first thread in a tapestry of secrets that would test their bond. That night, as he lay awake listening to the rain, Kemi couldn't shake the feeling that Ada's eyes held a hidden story, one that would soon explode into their lives. The next morning dawned bright, the rain giving way to the humid embrace of Port Harcourt's tropical sun. Kemi woke with a heaviness in his chest, replaying the previous night's rejection. He loved Ada, her intelligence, her kindness to patients, the way she teased him about his obsession with Manchester United matches. But the denial stung, making him question if he was enough. At work, amid the clanging of pipes and the roar of machinery, Kemi confided in his best friend, Tunde. Tunde was a mechanic, stocky and loud, with a beard that hid his perpetual grin. They sat in the break room, sipping gari soaked in cold water. "Bro, she denied me last night," Kemi admitted, his voice low. Tunde chuckled. Ah, Kemi, women are like Nigerian traffic, unpredictable. Maybe she's testing you, or maybe he trailed off, raising an eyebrow. There's someone else? Kemi shook his head vehemently. No way. Ada's not like that. But the seed was planted. Suspense built as Kemi scrolled through her social media during lunch, innocent posts about hospital shifts and family gatherings. Yet, one photo caught his eye, Ida with a tall man at a conference, arms linked casually. The caption, Great minds think alike. Tetra Medcon 2025. Jealousy flared. Who was this guy? Dr. Obi, her colleague. Kemi's mind raced with scenarios, late night shifts turning intimate, whispered conversations in hospital corridors. He texted her, Miss you already. Dinner tonight? Her reply came hours later. Busy shift, babe. Rain check? Denied again, this time emotionally. The day dragged on, each hour amplifying his paranoia. By evening, as he drove home through the chaotic traffic on Ikwere Road, honks blaring like accusations, Kemi decided to dig deeper. He called his sister Ngozi, who lived in Abuja but visited often. Sis, something's off with Ada. Ngozi, ever the wise one, sighed. Talk to her, Kemi. Assumptions are the devil's playground. But talking seemed impossible when doubt clouded everything. That night, alone with his thoughts, Kemi stared at his phone, debating whether to confront her. The suspense thickened. Would he uncover a betrayal, or was it all in his head? Hey, quick pause, if this tale's got you. Hooked with its emotional twist, don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. And shout out in the comments, where are you tuning in from? Lagos, New York, let's hear it. Weeks passed, and the denials piled up like unpaid bills. Ada always had reasons: headaches, exhaustion from double shifts, visits from her conservative aunt. Kemi tried to be understanding, but his patience wore thin. One weekend, they planned a getaway to Bonny Island, hoping the sea breeze would reignite their spark. The ferry ride was romantic, waves lapping against the boat as they held hands. At a resort with its thatched roofs and ocean views, Kemi felt hopeful. They swam, laughed, shared stories of childhood. But as night fell, in their cozy room with mosquito nets swaying, he tried again. Ada, let's connect fully. I love you. She sat up, eyes glistening. Kemi, I can't. Not until marriage. But this time her voice cracked, revealing emotion beneath the surface. Why? Is there something you're not telling me? He pressed, his heart pounding. She hesitated, then burst into tears. It's my past. I was hurt before. Suspense peaked as she revealed her story. Before moving to Port Harcourt, Ada had been in a relationship with a man named Victor in Enugu. He was charming but abusive, pressuring her into intimacy, then ghosting her when she got pregnant. She lost the baby due to stress, vowing never to let lust dictate her life again. I deny you because I fear history repeating, she sobbed. Kemi held her, emotions swirling, relief, anger at Victor, empathy for Ada. This revelation made their bond deeper, yet the denial lingered like an unresolved chord in a high life song. Could he wait, or would impatience drive a wedge? As they returned to the city, Kemi pondered, the ferry's engine humming like his racing thoughts. Life in Port Harcourt continued its rhythm, market bustle at mile 1, the aroma of bowl and fish from roadside. Vendors. Kemi threw himself into work, but temptation lurked. At a company party, he met Lara, a vibrant marketer with a flirtatious smile. She was everything Ada wasn't: bold, uninhibited. One night, after Ada cancelled plans again, Kemi met Lara for drinks at a bar on Woji Road. Laughter flowed with palm wine, and her hand brushed his. You're too handsome to be lonely, she whispered. The suspense built. Would he cheat? His phone buzzed. Ada calling. He ignored it, guilt gnawing. But as Lara leaned in, Kemi pulled away. I can't. I love someone. Back home, he confessed to Ada over the phone. I almost strayed because of the denials. She was hurt but forgiving. Let's walk through this. Their emotional reconciliation was tearful, strengthening their love. Yet, the physical barrier remained, entertaining thoughts of what ifs. Hey, loving the suspense? Subscribe now to catch the next twist in real time and tell me, where are you watching from? Bichiasi. Harcourt like our heroes or somewhere exotic? Ada's family visited from Enugu, bringing tradition into their modern life. Her mother, Mama Chi, was a no-nonsense woman with a wrapper tied tight and a Bible always close. No hanky-panky before wedding, she lectured during dinner of okra soup. Kemi nodded politely, but inside frustration boiled. Suspense arose when Mama Chi hinted at arranging a match with Dr. Obi, the colleague from the photo. He's a good Igbo boy, Ada. Ada defended Kemi, but the emotional strain showed. That night, alone in his apartment, Kemi wondered if cultural pressures would break them. He proposed impulsively over text, "Marry me, Ada," and the denials. Her reply, "Let's talk tomorrow." Cliffhanger, would she say yes? The next day at a quiet park near the Port Harcourt Zoo, Kemi got on one knee with a simple ring. "Ada, be my wife." Tears streamed as she said, "Yes." Joy erupted, but suspense lingered. Would marriage solve everything? Planning began. Invitations to friends like Tunde, venue at a hall on Transamadi, but Ada's past resurfaced. Victor called, claiming he wanted closure. "I heard you're engaged. Congratulations. Or is it?" Kemi overheard, jealousy igniting. Emotional confrontation ensued. Is he the reason for the denials? Ada explained, no, he's history. But doubt persisted, entertaining a web of lies. As wedding preparations ramped up, Kemi noticed Ada's secretive phone calls. One night, following her to a cafe, he saw her with Dr. Obi. They hugged, innocent or not. Confrontation exploded. "Are you cheating?" Ada cried. "He's helping with the patient case." But evidence mounted. A text. Miss our times. Suspense peaked. Betrayal? Kemi stormed out, heart shattered. Alone, he drowned sorrows at a bar, meeting Lara again. This time, temptation nearly won, but he resisted, emotional turmoil at its height. Days of silence followed. Tunde mediated, urging communication. Kemi apologized. Ida explained the text was old, forwarded by mistake. They reconciled with a passionate kiss, but still no sex, saving for the wedding night. Emotional depth grew as they attended counseling at a local church, learning patience. Entertainment came from funny mishaps, like a cake tasting gone wrong with too much spice. Yet Victor lurked, sending threats. Suspense. Would he sabotage the wedding? Hey, if this emotional roller coaster has you gripped, hit subscribe for more. Where are you watching from? Africa, Europe, or beyond? Victor, revealed as a jealous ex with connections in Port Harcourt's underbelly, plotted revenge. He spread rumors at Ada's hospital, claiming she was unfaithful. Kemi confronted him at a neutral spot, fist clenched. "Stay away," Victor smirked. "She denied you because she's still mine." Fight nearly broke out, but police intervened. Suspense built as wedding day neared. Would Victor strike? Ada, emotional, confided fears. "I deny to protect us from my mistakes." Their bond strengthened amid chaos. The night before the wedding, at separate parties, Kemi with friends bar hopping, Ada with bridesmaids at a spa. Kemi reflected on the journey, from denial to devotion, but a mysterious call to Ada, Victor threatening to crash the event. She didn't tell Kemi, adding suspense, emotional monologues in their minds, Kemi's love letter, Ada's vow to trust, wedding day at the hall, guests in colorful Aso Ebi, high life music playing, vows exchanged, rings slipped on. But Victor appeared drunk, shouting accusations. Chaos ensued. Fights, tears. Kemi punched him, defending Ada. Police arrested Victor. Emotional peak. Ada whispered, "No more denials." Guests cheered, turning drama to triumph. On honeymoon in Calabar, they finally consummated, passionate, loving. But Ada revealed a final secret. She had denied to ensure Kemi's love was true, not lust-driven, emotional forgiveness. Deeper connection, suspense resolved, entertainment in playful banter. Hey, what a ride! Subscribe to never miss a tale and comment your location. Let's build this community. Harcourt, they looked back. The denials forge unbreakable love. Folktale morale. Patience turns denial to destiny. They lived happily, sharing their story at gatherings, inspiring others. The end, but in life, stories continue. If you enjoyed this dramatic, suspenseful, emotional, and entertaining folk tale, subscribe now and tell me where you're watching from. Thanks for watching.